Well, my husband, or I'm sorry, ex-husband, we have a mutually beneficial agreement with our children where he keeps them at night and I keep them during the day.
Okay.
But my job no longer allows me to stay home with them during the day, and I would like for them to go to daycare now during the day, and he does not want them to.
Okay. How old are the children?
2 years and 18 months.
Okay. And you already picked out the daycare you want them to go to and everything like
Yes.
that? How much is it?
It is $500 a month.
$500 for both children?
For one child. So it's $1,000 a month for both children.
Oh, okay.
It's a nationally accredited daycare.
Okay, okay.
Welcome back to Judge Bench, where real family courtroom drama comes to life. Today, we're diving into a compelling case from Support Court that captures the real world, struggles of co-parenting, responsibility, and what's truly best for the children. Be sure to subscribe to Judge Bench and turn on your notifications so you never miss a case breakdown like this one. The court is called into session. In case number JBB 1009, we have Moore versus Davis. The judge greets the courtroom and invites everyone to be seated. Ms. Moore, the mother, is the one who brought this case forward. She explains that she and her ex-husband have a mutually beneficial parenting agreement. He keeps the children at night, and she keeps them during the day. However, her job has changed, and she can no longer stay home with the children during the day.
Yeah, I was invited, but I don't really want my kids in that daycare. I don't want to be in that
What's
daycare.
wrong with the daycare?
They're full of germs. For starters,
this courtroom is full of germs.
Okay, but children germs, they're next level.
Okay, do they disinfect the daycare?
I don't know that.
They do.
Right, you don't know. So you haven't even had the opportunity, you haven't taken the opportunity to try to do any kind of research.
Okay.
But the fact that there are germs at the daycare, I mean, that's not a good enough reason why you don't want them in there.
I would rather them be with family, people we know.
Okay.
One of the reasons the marriage didn't work, she says, is that Mr. Davis is an extreme germaphobe. She accuses him of trying to shelter the children in a bubble, which isn't realistic or healthy. She emphasizes that she has a demanding job saving lives and needs a reliable solution for childcare. She also criticizes him for refusing to take a tour of the daycare and meet the staff, something their children would have loved. The judge urges the father to at least visit the daycare, speak with the teachers, and inspect its cleanliness before dismissing it. More importantly, she stresses that both parents must work together and co-parent.
Okay, look, with all due respect, I don't even want to be in this courtroom, Your Honor.
I can understand that. Sometimes I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here.
So, I mean.
Yeah, but I'm here. I'm here for the kids, and I would prefer if they weren't in a daycare, if they were at one of our family members, where we can give them special instructions on cleaning and what the children need to stay healthy.
Well, I definitely understand, and I agree. In a lot of cases, it is good for the children to be around a family member and everything like that.
Especially since they've had an existing agreement that benefits both parties. When it comes to finances, the judge makes it clear the shared custody agreement remains in place, and no one is ordered to pay child support. However, to ensure the daycare costs are covered, both parents must split the $1,000 bill, $500 each, through the Texas Attorney General's office. That way, there's a system in place to make sure it gets paid monthly. Mr. Davis protests. He points out that he's paying for a daycare he doesn't support, during hours when Ms. Moore is supposed to be responsible. He argues that if this were about nighttime care, he would take on the cost.
And you guys should just work together and co-parent. So, the agreement is just going to stand what it is. You guys keep doing your agreement where you have your time with the children, and you keep rotating like that. Nobody should pay child support in this type of situation. But what I will do to make sure that daycare does get paid is that you guys split it. So $1,000, you pay $500, you pay $500. And it's going to go through the Attorney General of Texas. And that's just the best way to do it, because that at least ensures that the children's daycare is paid for month to month.
He also mentions that Ms. Moore makes 3 times more money than he does, so the split feels unfair. But the judge reminds him that this cost is actually quite reasonable for two young children, and that shared parenting means shared costs. If she were to base child support on his $62,000 annual income, he would be paying more than $500 a month. She asks him plainly, does he want her to calculate child support based on his full income? Realizing the cost would be even higher, Mr. Davis declines.
Okay, but now I'm paying for the daycare that I don't want them to go to, and I have them at night. She's supposed to be responsible for the day. If they were in night care, I would pay for it, and I just don't see how this is fair. She makes 3 times as much money as I do.
Right, but you guys have been splitting the children, right? You've been splitting the children, and it's not a bad idea. And honestly, that's a very reasonable cost for 2 children at a daycare, because a lot of times, especially the younger a child is, the 18-month-old, it could be more expensive than that. And I think that's fair. Or, I could base, let me see, how much money you make a year? Let's see. Your document says $62,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like for me to base child support that you pay her off of $62,000 a year? Because I can assure you it will be more than $500.
Then no.
Okay, well.
The judge dismisses the court. Afterward, a recap clarifies what just happened. This case was unique because child support wasn't assigned. Both parents share custody. The father's dislike of daycare, based on germs and personal preferences, was not a valid enough reason to block the mother's need for child care. Ultimately, the court prioritized the children's needs, not the parents' disagreements. If you've ever experienced something like this, or know someone who has, drop a comment below. Your story might inspire a future episode right here on Judge Bench. And don't forget to subscribe to Judge Bench, where we break down real courtroom drama with insight, fairness, and the law on our side. After all, justice isn't just served, it's explained.